But what's good, people? So Arsenal beat Burnley 2-1. Yeah, I know I said 3-0, but give me a break. First game of the season. I'm really excited. But guys, listen, overall, really happy with today's win and really satisfied with most of the performances. We kind of came down from that high that we had last week. And when I say high, I mean Niles and Guendouzi really didn't have a good game today. Leno as well was quite shaky, and that was really down to Burnley. Burnley put a lot of balls over in the box and we didn't deal with it very well. I think initially that was their game plan. They were trying to dig their heels in, they were trying to get as much as they could from this game. As soon as Burnley went 1-0 down, which I think sent alarm bells down to Arsenal, we just couldn't deal with it. The balls just kept coming in left, right and centre. Our backline shape, which has never been great, was still inconsistent, and it was easy for them to just beat the offside trap. Even when Barnes scored the goal, if you look here closely, Guendouzi's behind the player, so he's playing him offside, but it's David Luiz who's in the position where he's not favouring the Burnley player very well, and it's David Luiz who's actually playing the player onside. Apart from that, David Luiz had a really good game. He had quite a few clearances. I believe it was about 4 clearances. Anything that came into the box, he was pretty much sure to get his head on it. And I think that he'll only improve. Socrates was quite sound, and you want to see that from your back four. The problem is our team's going to be looking at what happened today and start melting and peppering the box with long balls, because if that's the case, then we're going to be under pressure for quite a bit. I just don't think this Arsenal team right now is suited to dealing with that, simply because they just don't have the shape to. Where we excelled today was in the midfield. Willock, another fantastic game today. Not only was he pressing hard, but he was winning the ball up high and putting a pass straight into the flanks, which had Burnley under pressure. And it's really nice to see that from a guy who really is playing himself into the team. And this is the situation that Arsenal are in right now. You are playing these guys for them to prove to you that they belong. Nelson didn't do it last week. Nelson had a better game today, but it still wasn't, for me anyway, what you need to be doing to put yourself first on the team sheet. If you look at what Pepe did, Pepe got into space, he was able to take his man on, link up really well on the counter-attacks, and that's something Nelson hasn't been able to do over the last few weeks. He'll get better as long as the manager keeps playing him. I think he'll be okay. At the moment now, because we've got Liverpool and Spurs coming up, I think it's a thing now where you have to put your best players on the field, and that means Pepe once he's up to speed, and then maybe bring on Luis Nelson as an impact player. So I think in regards to the attackers, Aubameyang also didn't have a great first half. I think he was, just his positioning was wrong. But again, he's a type of player that you put the ball on him, give him a situation, he took his goal really well, knew where the corner of the goal was, and simply just put in a fantastic shot, which no goalie would have really stood a chance on. It was low, it was hard, it was right to the corner. He had a defender in front of him, so he really couldn't see that much. And Aubameyang got his just deserves. That's 2 goals now in 2 games for Aubameyang. Great start to the season when you consider last year he was all over the place. He actually got dropped for the anchorman role. He even missed the penalty at Man City. And this year he's really hot. But then we knew that from pre-season. We knew pre-season he was quite strong. And also Lacazette, what a goal that he scored. The first goal, he's shouldering 2 defenders, using his body well, that strength, that ability to just keep possession of the ball. And then really when he shouldn't, he turns them on the inside as a low shot, bottom right corner, and has the goalkeeper beaten. Really should not have had a chance to score there, but he did, and that's the quality in the guy, and that's the reason why I'm saying that he should have been the anchor man. When we had that 22 game unbeaten streak, he was the man at the top. And I did say in my last video, in terms of what Arsenal need to do to improve this season and against Burnley, it needs to be not to play him where we need to play him, and that's at the point. My man of the match is quite obvious. It's Ceballos, and thanks guys. Overall, We're 2 for 2. We've got a heavy game coming up next against Liverpool, and the man's got to get his tactics right in order for us to get something out of that game. For me, because of how badly we were playing the ball out from the back today, I think that we're going to struggle against Liverpool. They're obviously going to take a look at the film and the footage of today and see how vulnerable and weak we are. We were all over the place. We just didn't know where we were going with the ball. They had 6 black shirts in our half every time we played the ball out, and they were really just hunting for us, and that's never a good sign. Liverpool are going to pick up on that, and they're going to try to expose that as best as they can. But overall, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for the support, and let's pick this up midweek where we can have a look at this and deeper content. Speak to you soon. Right back at you.